So thank you everyone for coming and sharing this with us here Friday morning. We have a lot of updates here, and we are going to go ahead and get started. So first, I'm going to go through some of the agenda items that we're going to have, and we're going to give you guys an update on the Chainport Bridge launch, and as well as the ledger updates and kind of everything that is going to go into that. So we have a lot of content for you. We have a lot of videos, and this is all about show not tell. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. So updates on the Chainport launch. One of the things that we've been working on for quite some time is the Chainport Bridge launch. We're super excited about it, and there has been some delays, but we are very excited to still keep working on it. And most importantly, we have this amazing promo video about the launch that we're actually going to share with you right now, so that you guys can see a preview of what's coming quite soon. Awesome. So that was the preview of the promo video that we're going to be launching with the Chainport launch. So super excited for that. It's all coming together. There's so many pieces that have gone into this launch. We've been working with Zondax, which is an external partner for Ledger. We've been working with Chainport, an external partner for the actual bridge. And so there's been a ton of moving pieces to get this updated. The other external update is Oreo Wallet, of course, which is the browser wallet. So we've had literally 5 entities working on this launch. And there's been so many things that we've done that a privacy chain has literally never done before. And so, I know that we're all anticipating for this, and I know that people have been really wanting to get this out sooner. But there's just been so many technical things that we've worked through that have never been done before. And again, it's all coming together. And we're super, super excited for this upcoming launch. So just a reminder for why we're so excited by this and why this is so pivotal is with this Chainport launch, we are going to open up Ironfish to 27 transparent chains. I'm sorry for the typo there. And what that means is that assets from those other chains are going to be able to live on Ironfish. And so the first flagship asset that we're going to have is wrapped private USDC from Base. And we think that's actually a really important asset for us to showcase as the first verified asset, because we had this thesis that private money is like the strongest product market fit for crypto, and stablecoins are the strongest product market fit for crypto as well. And so our thesis is that if we're going to see that as the future of crypto, then private stablecoins is where it's at. And so that's why we're going to have private USDC from Base as the first asset in Ironfish. So that's all super exciting. And like I said, there's been so many things that have gone into this launch. And we want to showcase some of those features right now. So one of the pivotal things that we needed, this is a quick preview. This is testnet to testnet. This was actually taken quite a while ago. I know it's sped up to be hilariously fast, but this is just a really, really short preview of how you'll be able to take pretty much any ERC20 from Ethereum or from any other transparent chain onto Ironfish and have that show up as a wrapped asset on Ironfish, and you'll be able to bridge back onto any transparent chain from the Node app itself. And so it'll be a fairly seamless experience. So this is just a small preview, extremely sped up, of course, but just to kind of give you a taste of what's coming. So the other thing is on the Ledger side. This has been the thing that has actually been delaying the Chainport launch the most, and we're going to be super transparent about it. And as part of Ledger, we're actually going to be releasing 2 apps. So one is called Ironfish, which is the single signer flow, and the other one is going to be called Ironfish DKG. Ironfish DKG is the multi-sig app for Ledger, so you'll have specific apps for the single signer account for Ledger, and if you're kind of a more advanced power user and you want multi-sig, you'll be using the second app. So both apps are currently in review with the Ledger team, which is the final step before actual release on Ledger Live. I do want to point out that the Ironfish DKG is going to be under developer mode because it is a more advanced power user feature. But the Ironfish single flow is going to be on the regular Ledger Live flow, so you'll be able to use that like you've been using any other app on Ledger. So yes, like I said, both apps are currently in review. We did address some of their preliminary feedback, and now there is a second round of feedback that we're doing. As a reminder, this is also in collaboration with a company called Zondax, and they've been helping us to do this Ledger integration throughout this entire journey. So what this will allow people to do is, users as well as power users or power projects like Chainport who need more advanced functionality are going to be able to use ledgers to store Ironfish assets securely and easily. So sometimes people use scripts to use their ledger. Sometimes, obviously, people use them for personal use, for personal custody. But it will be available to pretty much any asset that Ironfish supports. So this is going to be a quick walkthrough. Okay, we're going to go ahead and import a Ledger account. We're going to go to Add Account, Connect Ledger. Our ledger is already unlocked, so we can go ahead and continue. We're going to import this account. Here we are going to review what we're importing. We are importing the view keys for this account, which consists of the incoming view key as well as the outgoing view key. We're going to go ahead and approve. Okay, now our account is going to sync so that our balance is accurate, which will take just a few minutes. Okay, now we are going to send a transaction from our Ledger account. We're going to click into it. We're going to send. I'm going to send to my other testnet wallet. I'm going to send 0.001 iron. I'm going to put test in the memo. My Ledger device is unlocked, so I can go ahead and continue. Now I'm going to review my transaction. This is the owner of the note, so this is my Ledger account as it is the sender. The amount is displayed in ore, not in iron. That's the asset ID of the thing that we're sending. The owner is the recipient. And this is the change that is coming back to me in my transaction. Gonna go ahead and approve. And my transaction was submitted. That was just to give you a taste of a quick 2-minute demo of how Ledger is going to work. That flow that I showed is just for the single sign flow Ledger. So this is just the typical flow if you were to have any iron asset and you're just a single person using the Ledger. And next up is going to be Dan, who's going to walk you through the Bridge website, or at least tell you more about it. And again, all these pieces that we're showing you is all the multiple pieces that I took to actually do this Bridge launch. So Dan, do you want to tell us more about the Bridge website?
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, let me know if you can't hear me for whatever reason. But yeah, so the Bridge website, before I even, I guess, talk about the Bridge website, I'll kind of explain like why it exists. So the different ways to use Ironfish. Right now you can use the CLI if you're very like tech forward and don't mind having like essentially a text UI. So, you can run a node locally. We have built bridging into the node or into the CLI. Or if you want a more visual experience, you can use the Electron Node app that we built, and bridging is also part of that. With the Node app, you do have to sync the whole chain, so you need you need like space on your hard drive, and it's a little bit more complicated. It's definitely I would say easier to use in the CLI, but still has some amount of work that you have to do. And then if you want to if you want to use Ironfish but keep things super simple, you can use a product that one of our community members started developing and that we've been kind of helping out with recently, which is Oreo Wallet. So Oreo Wallet's a browser extension wallet, and in order to be able to bridge from Oreo Wallet, because Oreo Wallet has some integrations into the browser that let like websites talk to it and then submit transactions, we built the Ironfish Bridge website, which if you have the Oreo Wallet extension, you can go on the Bridge website, connect your wallet, um, and be able to bridge from the Ironfish chain to any of the supported EVM networks really easily right in your browser. So this is a way that you can bridge if you don't want to have to run a full node and use the Node app or the CLI. So yeah, this is one of the things that we're doing to make it as easy as possible for people to get onto the Ironfish ecosystem. Like secure their assets and be able to bridge. Yeah, I'm not sure if I missed anything, Elena. Is there anything you want to add?
No, I think that was great. And I'm not sure if you mentioned this earlier, but the Oreo wallet plus the Bridge website also works with Ledger. So if people are uncomfortable using a third-party browser extension, you can always use your Ledger device as well.
Yep. Yeah. So yeah, you can use Ledger on I guess all of our products right now, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Um, all right, so I'm gonna hop off the stage. Bye, y'all.
All right. Awesome. Cool. And next up, we are, oops. Sorry. And next up, we're going to be talking about the mobile wallet. And Jason, if you want to give people more updates on the mobile wallet, that'd be great.
Yeah, so Jan just kind of demoed how we're adding new products to make Ironfish easier than it has ever been to use. And an important part of that strategy is our mobile wallet. We're super excited about adding a mobile wallet that will be shipping to both Android and iOS. And we want to make this extremely easy. We already have our Node app, which has made the Node running experience in the wallet easier than the CLI. And we actually expect that the mobile wallet will be the next furthering of that strategy to make it even easier. We spent a lot of time researching other privacy mobile and browser wallets like Zcash's wallets and Aleo's wallets. And one thing that we noticed is there's a significant pain point in the community for privacy wallets. So just a little bit of history. If you're dealing with Ethereum, you can calculate your balance simply by kind of looking at the smart contract or the address and looking at the balance because it's public. But for a privacy chain, it's actually difficult because the only person who can actually calculate your balance is you and the people you actually give your privacy revealing, but not your spend key to. And this is critical because in a privacy chain, it allows you to choose, do I want this service to be able to calculate my balance for me for easy to use and fast? Or do I want to withhold my view key such that I'm the only person that can calculate my balance? And we've kind of come to the conclusion that it's actually important to have products for a wide range of use cases. Obviously, if you want a fully kind of private experience that's a little bit more slower, where you do that decryption, we have our Node app and our CLI. What we're going to do is very similar to Oreo Wallet. We're actually going to be making our mobile wallet what we call a Type 2 wallet. And this means that you'll have the option of uploading your view key, and that will allow an external system to actually calculate, update, and decrypt your balance. We think this is going to be critical for usability. It's going to be kind of like the missing middle of usability because we already have many fully private products, but we need something that's incredibly fast for people to enter the ecosystem. Elena just showed an amazing promotional video for our Chainport launch. And as we bring new users who are now using all these awesome Bridge apps and all these wallets and all these things into the Ironfish ecosystem, we need to make sure that it's as easy as their previous expectation so they can start encrypting their assets as fast as possible, while showing them that there's all these products for them to be able to kind of get the privacy they need as well, like our Node app and our CLI. And we're very, very interested in extending this mobile wallet to also have the ability to decrypt on device as well past the primary launch. So we're really excited, and I hope you love these designs that Skylar's been working on. We have a survey out right now, which Skylar has linked into the monthly Pulse chat. So click through that and give your feedback there and tell us how you feel about it. We're very excited to get this out to the community. So this is in production right now. We are currently working on it. Thank you.
This is huge. For privacy projects in particular, browser wallets, mobile wallets are just so hard to actually execute correctly. So I'm really excited to see this, especially for going into the private stablecoin realm. I can't wait for me to use the mobile wallet to pay people directly with private dollars. That'd be so great. Okay, awesome. So up next, I do want to talk about the roadmap. People have been asking more about it, and we are going to be releasing some version of this online as well, so that people can see what things that we're working on in the near future. But just to kind of give you a preview, our entire roadmap right now is to drive maximum usage. So for instance, the mobile wallet is a great example of that. The browser wallet is a great example of that. The bridge is also a great example of that, because then we'll have, not only are we going to be able to have assets on Ironfish, but we'll also be able to have Iron on other chains as well. Which increases accessibility for people to get exposure to Iron if they want to. And we know we have amazing tech. Like, we've pushed the boundaries of what a privacy chain can do. We were the first to launch multi-asset shielded pool protocol on Ironfish. We're the first to have multi-sig wallets on Ironfish, like full privacy multi-sig wallets. We're about to be the first privacy zero knowledge proof chain to have a ledger integration, let alone a private multi-sig ledger integration. So we have done amazing work, but we know we're not the best at marketing, and we are going to be changing that and putting in all of our efforts to present Ironfish the way it's meant to be presented. So things that we're shipping in terms of products, obviously we're going to be shipping the Chainport or the Chainport Bridge launch, which is something that we've talked about for quite some time. Once we have that, it actually opens us up to opening up DEXs on Aerodrome and Uniswap pools on other chains as well, so that people can have access to wrapped Iron on EVM chains. And then we're going to have the mobile wallet and browser wallet, the Oreo wallet, be launching soon as well. And then Ledger obviously should be on top of this list, because Ledger right now is the thing that's preventing all of this. So it's one of the things that we'll be launching first. So the other thing that we're going to be doing is we are going to be doing a revamp of our documentation, so that everything is extremely simple, extremely easy to use. We are going to be delivering more content so that people know exactly why they should use Ironfish and when. And also, what's important for me personally is for people to know how Ironfish works. Yes, Ironfish works on zero launch proofs, but I want to make the content extremely accessible for people so that they can understand the math and the cryptography behind Ironfish, to at least get the intuition for how all this works. And we have seen that we've been better at explaining how Ironfish works and all the different features through videos. And so we are going to be doing more videos for various features. Obviously, you've seen the promo video, but you've also seen the Ledger video and a few others, and we'll be doing more of those as well. The other thing is we are going to be doing a happy hour in San Francisco. I'm not sure how many of you are in San Francisco, but if you just happen to be in San Francisco, we're going to be doing happy hour on November 21st, which is that Thursday, at Alchemist Bar and Lounge. It's actually quite an incredible space as well. So if you are around and you want to talk to the team directly, please come join us. It'll be us as well as Espresso, Term, and Electric Capital. So if you're interested in kind of getting a taste of the crypto scene in San Francisco, you should definitely come. Cool. some of the upcoming collaborations and partnerships that we're going to have, and some of them are still like more of a work in progress. So we'll be doing a Twitter space with Amin from ZeroXBow. It's not confirmed yet in terms of what date, otherwise we would have already tweeted it, but it's a work in progress and he's down to do it. So Amin has co-authored a paper with Vitalik called Privacy Pools about a year ago. And the idea behind that paper is how do you protect a privacy pool from malicious activity? And so they had some ideas there. And that paper was kind of the foundation of a company that he co-founded called ZeroXBow. And basically, ZeroXBow is doing sanction screening for various DeFi protocols on currently they just launched on Gnosis. But I talked to them in person at a permissionless, and we've been kind of talking to them ever since of how we can potentially collaborate. And so the first thing that we'll do is that Twitter space. The other one is Penumbra. So Penumbra is another privacy protocol on Cosmos chain. They have also kind of started off their project using Sapling from Zcash, and the idea for them is how do we be the privacy pool for Cosmos in particular. One of the things that they've done as a diversion from our efforts is they have put in a lot more effort into their browser wallet. So the way their browser wallet works is the browser wallet extension actually downloads basically the entire blockchain and does the decryption on the client, meaning like within the browser extension wallet, which is an interesting approach because it has pros and cons. The pro is that you're not relying so much on the third-party service and you're not revealing your privacy, but then the downside is that the syncing times are definitely a lot bigger. And then Ledger. So obviously we're doing the Ledger integration for Ironfish. One of the things that we're trying to also do is do custom branded ledgers, and if we do so, we're gonna give some to our community. And then obviously Arrow. We're already whitelisted on Aerodrome, and so they're pretty much ready to go. Whenever we have wrapped iron. And then Seed Store. Seed Store is a campaign that we've been running for quite some time, and we're kind of put it on a pause for now, but we'll be starting again on Monday. So if you happen to already be trading on exchanges like Gate or Mexi, then if you do so by using the Seed Store extension, you're going to be getting extra incentive rewards as well. Cool. So that was a lot of content. We're actually 4 minutes early, which is great. So if people have any questions or just comments in general, please let us know. Again, the team has been working super hard to get this launched. And again, we've been working with IF Labs, Ironfish Foundation, Zondex for the ledger support, Chainforward for the bridge support, Oreo Wallet for the browser wallet. And if there's just a lot of moving pieces to get this launch ready, and it's all coming together, and it's super exciting, and the timing is great as well, given the macro things. So internally, the team is extremely excited. Cool. If anyone has any questions, now would be a good time to ask them. Otherwise, we are going to go ahead and wrap it up. Oh, sorry. I also forgot one more thing to mention is we do have a new website, or the website had a redesign. And again, this is in preparation for the Chainport launch. So please check it out. It's been revamped for more powwow for the Chainport Bridge launch in particular. Obviously, the bridge is not launched yet, but the website is kind of reflecting what you can do once it is live. And it'll be updated with all the accurate information post bridge launch. But again, it's just to show you that we are making pretty giant steps to making this launch happen. And I personally am in love with the new design, so I think I should definitely check it out. Cool. All right, and that is a great place to end. Thank you all so much for joining. As always, if you have questions, please ask them in the general channel or in the questions channel. If for some reason I don't see your question, feel free to tag me or feel free to tag any other person in the Ironfish team. We are a lean team, so we may not be able to get to your question, right that instant, but we're always around. So thank you all so much, and I hope you guys have a great Friday.